We're checking in with KSR's Jack Pilgrim and Zack Geoghegan down at the Nike Peach Jam, where they're watching several of Kentucky's top recruits. They've only been there a couple days, and there's still a lot of time to go left in the tournament. But guys, what have been some of the highlights you've seen so far?
Oh, it was a lot of fun the first couple of days. Coaches are now allowed to start showing up, so the real fun has begun. We are on John Calipari watch. Rob Dillingham is here. He is participating. He just had his biggest performance of the week so far, 29 points last night. Great performance from there. We got some good quotes from him afterward, talking about some dream team talk and who he's recruiting with him to Lexington. So it's been a whole lot of fun here to start our time at Peach Jam.
As far as just some of the basketball you've seen so far, even though it hasn't been a whole lot, who have been some of the standouts at the Peach Jam?
Well, it's been some various performances day by day. You're kind of having guys get hot one day and then not so hot the next day. The EYBL or the AAU, I guess, setup isn't exactly meant for some structured basketball. So there's a lot of freestyling stuff, which makes it more fun for the fans to watch. But we've been able to see some really good games. I saw probably the best game I've ever seen from Justin Edwards. He looked like the five-star talent that everyone's kind of been hyping him up to be. But then he kind of followed it up yesterday with a less than ideal performance. We've seen some really solid games from DJ Wagner. Again, the shooting hasn't been there for him necessarily, or guys even like Robert Dillingham. But we've seen some solid performances all around from all of them. No, like 30-point games or anything from anyone just yet, but I would imagine that those are coming pretty soon.
The coaches are allowed to arrive today, but Jack, understand there's a little bit of a conundrum with the Kentucky coaching staff. And there's something going on back in Lexington that's pretty important.
Very, very important visit. Ugana Kingsley has arrived in Lexington, five-star center who may or may not be a reclassification candidate to the class of 2022. So Kentucky made the executive decision. John Calipari and Coach Orlando Antigua decided to stay back in Lexington and try to finish the deal on this visit. They feel very confident going into this trip and think that, why not sacrifice a couple of absolutely crucial in-person evaluation days on the recruiting trail if it means that we can get a top 10 prospect in America, one of the top centers in the entire class of 2023 as of right now. Get him locked up, get him committed, and see where things go from there. There's a lot of talk about a reclassification. Maybe you get him on campus in time for that Bahamas trip in August. They pushed this visit up. It was originally scheduled for the beginning of the quiet period at the end of the dead period, July 25th to the 27th. They pushed the visit up to start today, July 20th. So we'll see where things go. He technically has another visit scheduled to Oklahoma on Sunday. I would be very surprised if that visit is actually made.
You've talked a lot about this on your Sources Say podcast. Everyone check that out. But let's just say if he were to commit and reclassify, what would that look like if he were to make that decision to go and join this team?
Well, he's very raw. He's known as the best shot blocker in all of high school basketball. So that's kind of his bread and butter right now. Very raw offensively. He's going to have to come around on that end of the floor, especially. He's going to have to hit the strength and conditioning program very hard. So the idea is to bring him in, redshirt him, play him behind, have him practice against Oscar Shibwe, reigning National Player of the Year in practice, and just see what he can be. Get him bulked up a little bit, get him used to the speed and strength of the SEC and just kind of what that entails, and hope that he anchors next season's team.
One of the cats that's already committed, Robert Dillingham's down there, just getting started with his week at the Peach Jam. But there's already some talk of him recruiting others and trying to form this dream team. What do you expect out of Dillingham on the court this week? And what's this dream team he's trying to build?
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting. He is not one to talk to the media. He is trying to stay out of the spotlight as much as possible. He's just, you're lucky to get a quote with him. So I actually had to chase him down, pull off my best Alan Cutler, chase him down the ramp and put my microphone in front of his face and got some good quotes out of him. So that was cool to get to talk to him a little bit. And yeah, he goes on record and says, I'm recruiting a dream team with me to Kentucky. Said he wants DJ Wagner there, says he wants Justin Edwards there, says he wants Aaron Bradshaw and, quote, a few others as well. So I asked him, is that something that kind of something that you're interested in, kind of forming a super team and just kind of running through the whole college basketball landscape? And he said, not necessarily a super team, but definitely a team that's capable of winning national championship. He said his one and only goal once he gets to Lexington is to win a national championship, which I am sure is music to Kentucky fans' ears. Yeah,
the national championship part is something that Kentucky fans, we've already seen the comments on Jack Pilgrim's article from yesterday, loaded up with people excited about him saying that and kind of talking about bringing Kentucky back to some glory and recruiting all these guys, along with Reed Shepherd, who's already locked in. But on the court from him, we've seen some solid games so far. He had a really good performance yesterday. Him and Aiden Holloway are a really good backcourt combo, so it kind of gives some insight as to how he might pair with another point guard at Kentucky's backcourt, whoever that may be, if it's a DJ Wagner or a Reed Shepherd or a Xavier Wheeler type. So, but we get another game from him today, and I think we get maybe one or two more from him as well throughout the rest of the week. So we'll have all eyes on him, and I'm sure Mr. Chin Coleman and KT Turner will be there, all eyes on him as well.
I know you all have to get over to the gym. Lots of basketball today. Before we go, how is North Augusta treating you so far? I miss making that trip. You got some nice digs there?
We are staying at the Sleep Inn here, or I guess the Quality Inn. I stayed at the Sleep Inn last year, which was not a very good stay. Did not sleep in very well at all. Quality Inn has been up to standards. Breakfast was left a little to be desired, so Zack went and got us some Starbucks this morning while we were working and knocking out some stuff this morning. But we're back in the gym. We're going to be next gripping and grinning with all the coaches and seeing some of the what Kentucky's top targets have to offer the rest of this week.
Yeah, well, I think we're about a half a mile away from Augusta's golf course where the Masters is played. So if anyone would like to contribute some money, I think I had someone tell me that it's like $70,000 to just like apply and get in around a golf. So that's not too much, I feel like, to ask for. But the Quality Inn has been quality overall, and we're enjoying our stay down here. And I didn't realize North Augusta was literally north of Augusta until I got here. So I'm learning something new every day while I'm down here.